Hey guys, how's it going? So today I'm actually going to show you guys how to get the screen set up, which will cover like putting the emulsion on the screen, how to do that properly, safe ways to do that, tips and tricks, things like that. And then I'll actually show you burning an image onto that screen in the next video after this one. So you kind of get a step-by-step process of how everything is actually done. So yeah, let's get cracking. So what we're doing right now is I'm about to show you how to set the emulsion on your screen that you have. So let me show you here what you need. So this is your mesh screen right here. These are 15 by 17 inches, yellow mesh. The screens we're working with today are 230 mesh. If you guys want to know about mesh sizing and how that works, I can do that in another video for you guys. I just usually always use higher mesh screens. It just makes it easier in my personal opinion for whatever type of image I'm doing. So we got that there. We got our emulsion, solvent emulsion. And I've already made it. But here are the instructions. So usually you get, this little baggie, you mix it with some water, you let it sit, then you mix it with the emulsion nice and rough, and then you let the emulsion sit for 8 hours, and then it's good to use. So now that that's happened, we're going to take that emulsion and put it on these screens, and then the screens will be ready for images. Now, one thing I should mention, you might not be able to tell on camera, but this room is using a light sense, like a light safe light. And what that means with a light safe light is that it won't ruin the emulsion, because the emulsion is sensitive to UV lights, which means you can't have regular lights on when you're working with this stuff or while it's drying. Even after it's drying, you shouldn't expose it to UV as much as possible, just because that's how you're gonna burn the image into the screen, which I'm going to show you in the next video. So what we're going to do first is we're going to pop the cap on our emulsion. Oh yeah, look at that, beautiful. And what we're going to do is we're going to just pour that emulsion in there. Now, you don't want the emulsion to harden on anything because it's kind of annoying to get off. So we're just going to scoop that up, put it back in there with our finger. That's good to go for more. We're just going to close this in case for some reason the light gets turned on. We don't ruin all of our emulsion, just the emulsion we have in the scoop. I'm just going to wipe this emulsion off my hands. Okay, so now that that's in the scoop, we're going to grab our first screen and we're just going to coat one side and then we're going to coat the other side. So I usually do this over a bathtub just so I don't make any type of mess. So what we're going to do is we're just going to let the emulsion hit the screen. Once it's hit the screen with the whole scoop, we're just going to drag that up. Let's try that one more time, guys. We're just going to let that emulsion. Make sure we get all that residue back into the scoop. I'm gonna do that one more time on this side here. Perfect. Turn our screen over. Just gonna do that again here. Here. And there we go. So now the screen is coated in emulsion. As you can see, there's some parts that are a little more affected than others, but that won't be too important. for the images we're going to be using, and I use UV light to break through it, so it shouldn't be a problem at all. So now that we got that one done, then what we're going to do, the next one, and then all that emulsion in there. It's still good. All right, so now we're just gonna wash your scoop because we don't want that emulsion to harden in there. And so make sure one thing I like about this one is it has those little stoppers. these little rubber stoppers on the sides, which make pour, like, especially if you have a large amount of emulsion left, if you like way overshot the project you're working for, then you can just like pour most of it out. You don't need a scooper or like your finger like I did for a large portion of it. Perfect. And now our tray is done. Just set that there on the toilet. And make sure the rubber pieces are good to go. Pop those in there. And then I'm just gonna clean the tub. See, some of this stuff is already trying to have dried before I was putting water in the tub. Thankfully the warm water has kind of eased up that emulsion. Because we don't want to stain our tub. Alright, perfect. Now we could probably just leave those screens in here to dry. If you have like an industrial fan or a fan of some sort, you can dry the screens faster. So I don't have like a real dark room in my house, so I gotta kind of squeeze in and out carefully without letting much light get in there. We're just gonna put our scoop and our emulsion.
And yeah guys, that's how we coat the screen to get it ready for processing. And then stay tuned and I'll show you guys soon how I burn the images on and how we get all that process completed. See you guys around.